Do you ever wonder who the strongest people in anime are? If you clicked on this video, then you probably have. Most people bring up Goku, Luffy, or Naruto. There are so many strong characters in anime, so much diversity. Every series brings out powerful characters to add to this roster, but it's not often we hear about strong and overpowered women in anime. Try to think of the strongest female character you know. Now think of about 5 more. See how it gets more difficult? They just aren't talked about enough, so let's fix that. This video will talk about the 20 strongest women in anime. This video will follow a format. I picked 20 anime and then picked the strongest woman from that anime. From there we will be ranking these women from weakest to strongest. So yes, there will not be 2 characters coming from the same anime. Without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so slight disclaimer here, the following list could be wrong, but I will try to defend the position I put them at. This list is somewhat subjective, so if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Oh, and like and subscribe. Anyway, I've made you wait long enough. Mitsuri is a character from Demon Slayer. She is a Demon Slayer and a Hashira. The Love Hashira to be specific. She uses love breathing, which is her own spin on flame breathing. Her fighting style is very fluid and fast, focusing on using her sword, which has a very whip-like shape and quickly decapitate demons. Mitsuri was born with a rare condition that made her body very strong. This strength is what earned her this spot on this list. But sadly, she is overshadowed by the others above her. Ymir Fritz was a young girl who started off as a regular human from the land of Eldia. Here she was a, let's call it forced labor for the tyrannical king. But after some misfortune, she ended up with the ability to transform into the founding titan. And after her death, she ascended, gaining the ability to mold any Eldian person into a titan of her choosing, unbound by space or time. Ymir in this state is essentially a god, and this is what earned her this spot on the list. The ability to send countless titans anywhere, making a rumbling whenever she wants. Makima, without giving any spoilers to the Chainsaw Man manga, is basically the worst person ever. Makima is one of the most powerful devils to ever exist. She is the control devil, which basically means that Makima is born from human fear. Humanity's fear of being controlled, and it makes her stronger. So why is she this high on the list? Because thanks to her contract with Japan, Makima can't exactly die. And if she did, a random Japanese citizen will die instead, basically giving her millions of respawns, and her ability allows her to completely control anyone she sees as a weaker than her, making her able to win any fight without actually starting one. Charlotte Linlin, yes, that is Big Mom's actual name, is, or I guess was, one of the 4 emperors of the sea. Her power is incredible, being the user of the soul fruit, which can steal part of a person's soul and give them life by adding that soul to something else, which is how her sword, Thundercloud, and Sun can talk. Linlin can even add her own soul to these things to enhance them further, or simply add the extra life to herself. Ignoring this, Big Mom is a giant with extremely tough skin and being a wielder of all 3 Haki types. She is a formidable opponent, and did I mention she has a bunch of children who are crazy powerful? Aluka is the youngest child in the Zoldyck family, the family full of assassins. But Aluka isn't actually an assassin, though she is the most feared in the Zoldyck family, and that is for a good reason. Aluka is possessed by a creature from the Dark Continent called Ai. This gave birth to the alternate creepy personality within Aluka called Nanika. Nanika can grant any wish, if you grant her 3 requests, the exception being Killua, who can get wishes for free with no consequences. Aluka is this high on the list because she can literally just make everyone below her disappear without hesitation. Just wish away the bad people and they are gone.
Lions in 5th place? How could you humiliate us that way?
Mereoleona Vermilion, she is downright the scariest woman in Black Clover and the one woman everyone respects instantly. She is a fierce user of powerful flame magic, and her control is so incredible she casually bathes in molten lava and spends her time in active volcanoes. And she just thinks of this as light training. She has been seen capable of moving at speeds surpassing light. It's safe to say that anyone below her on this list will be burned to a crisp before they can even get a chance to think about moving a muscle.
Don't try. Swine should grovel in the dirt like the filthy livestock they are.
Esdeath, another scary and powerful woman, except this one is ice cold. Esdeath is a user of the Imperial arms known as the Demon's Extract, which is inside her body. This gives her supreme control over ice, seemingly able to freeze anything at will. The limit to this is unknown. Esdeath's trump card is a time stop, as she can freeze time itself and allow herself a few seconds where only she can move, meaning anyone below her on this list is completely outmatched, with her ending the fight within frozen time. It's worth noting that Esdeath is a sadist with zero value for life. Anyone weaker than her, well, they are heading towards an icy grave.
And once upon a time, I was Queen of the Dragons.
Irene Belsarion. Irene is probably the most overpowered woman in fairy tale. She is part of the Spriggan 12 and the inventor of all Dragon Slayer magic. Irene, while starting off as a human with powerful magic, was implanted with a dragon seed and, like Acnologia, eventually became a dragon. Irene is actually the mother of Urza Scarlet, but Urza is nowhere near the powers of her mother, who now in her humanoid form retains all the powers of her dragon form, and an enhanced version of all her magic, giving way to her newest magical ability, Universe 1, which can compress the land, allowing her to reduce an entire country into whatever size she likes, and at the same time teleporting anyone anywhere. She also has enchantment magic, which is what landed her this high up, giving her the ability to just outspeed or cancel out most other abilities below her. Let's talk about the sassy lost child. Tatsumaki is a powerful Esper in One Punch Man with incredible psychic powers. Tatsumaki is S-Class rank 2 in the series, with the ability to casually pull meteors out of the sky and crush monsters or bring down buildings with ease. She is truly a fearsome woman. Rabbit Goddess Kaguya Otsutsuki. She is on the running to become the worst mother in anime history. Kaguya is very powerful, having the powers of the Byakugan and the Rini Sharingan, along with her unique Otsutsuki abilities. But the power that landed her this high is her time-space ability, which rewrites our world with one of her dimensions, making her able to completely control the field of battle. And the dimensions all have different effects, meaning at a second's notice you could be bathing in lava or acid or just stuck in a dimension with intense gravity.
He may be a little too insolent for you. No.
Sasha Necron, the Witch of Destruction. She earned this name because of the Eyes of Destruction she possesses, which carry the ability to make anything self-destruct. This includes other attacks and magic spells cast her way, cancelling out their effects. She doesn't necessarily need to activate it, as the ability can simply auto-fire without her, so if you, say, stop time, she can shut it down by her eyes doing so. She also wields magic power so powerful Anos Voltigode praised her for it, and holds her in high respect. Doesn't make her any less of a brat.
Yes, it's me. Why are you crying?
We don't actually know much about this Red Dragon Emperor. All we really know is she was the strongest female user of the boosted gear, which has the power to double the user's powers with each activation, which can be done several times. We don't actually know if there is a limit or not. She also had access to all the powered up forms of the Red Dragon Emperor. Why is she this high? Well, the part where I said she can keep doubling her already impressive powers, almost infinitely. Speed, strength, all of it. She can easily overcome all of that. And in Juggernaut Drive, things become far more fierce. Aurora is a mysterious character in the Eminence and Shadows. She is actually the person who became the demon Diablos, and the only person that can even be considered a true rival to Sid Kagano, whose powers lit up the void of space upon activation in a blinding light. So if Aurora is even close to that power, then it is safe to say that she could quite easily take down everyone below her on this list. Hey, you made it this far into the video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. The remaining 6 people on this list are all universe busters basically, so they exist in a league of their own. Anyway, back to business.
Prepare yourselves. Bankai.
Senjumaru is a part of Squad Zero in Bleach. She is one of the guards that protects the Soul King. All the members of Squad Zero have some influence on the current technology of the Soul Society, and her title is the Great Weave Guard. The reason she is on this list and this high is because of her power. The Zero Division sealed away their full powers and Bankai because the release of their powers has the potential to straight up destroy the universe, and her Bankai specifically seems to be linked to weaving fate, metaphorically and literally just sealing you away. Sadly, this is as high as she can go.
I'll make you pay!
Hail, the female Broly. A legendary Super Saiyan with power so intense even Goku had to back up a bit, single-handedly making the entire tournament of power get disrupted. As a legendary Super Saiyan, Kale's power is completely absurd, her rage making her a beast able to rip through her opponents or just blast them to smithereens. Also, she ragdolled Goku. Bonus points from me. Sailor Moon, or by her real name Usagi Tsukino. She is a guardian of Earth, and through her transformation she is able to gain incredible powers and abilities. It seems almost like a joke, but she is at a level where universe-level attacks, time and space wouldn't really do much. The only thing that keeps her at bay is her personality. She is a cheerful person who likes to have fun and take things easy. So while she could just rip you a new one, she will let you live instead. But you will still get a beating. Just for good measure, she's nice, not stupid. Artoria is a spirit in fate and a powerful one at that. Her full name is King Arthur or Artoria Pendragon, wielder of the sword Excalibur and the scabbard called Avalon. Saber is actually a very virtuous person, powerful and stoic. Her sword is able to fire a holy slash that can destroy anything, ignoring all defenses, and her scabbard able to grant her eternal youth and heal all injury. But the reason she is this high up is because of her unsealed Saber Avalon state, which is just nigh unkillable, as Avalon simply negates and regenerates all damage, and her sword destroying absolutely anything, which makes fighting her almost pointless. You can run, but you can't run forever.
What is the Destroyer? People call me the Demon Lord, Milim Nava.
Milim Neva, another sassy lost child. Don't let her childish appearance fool you. Milim can sneeze away a continent or a planet if she felt like it. She is known for her reckless nature, running rampant and just doing whatever she wants. Milim is a demon lord, and one of the most powerful as well. Milim used to be far stronger than an already powerful Rimuru Tempest, but now she has been passed, though her power has not diminished. With universal durability and attack power, faster than light movement and even faster reaction times, even moving in stop time, Milim truly earned her spot on this list.
The entire charade has become tedious.
Featherine Augustus Aurora. She is definitely the most powerful woman in this list. Featherine is the living embodiment of Too Strong, with her being omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. The Witch of Theater Going is truly unmatched. Her main abilities include writing and messing with storylines for her own fun and intrigue. Since she is incredibly ancient, she knows everything and she just tries to find anything that doesn't bore her. She can easily rewrite anyone's story, plot, and fate at will, cementing her position as the true strongest. For what ability could surpass that of the person who can make sure you simply never existed in the first place? So that was the 20 strongest women in anime. This one took a lot of work to figure out. I tried to not make it too focused on the power scaling because that really muddies the waters. But hey, feel free to correct me on any mistakes I made in the comments. Did you like the video? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's try getting this video to 500 likes. If it gets that far, you have my guarantee that I will make a part 2 to this video. 20 more overpowered women in anime, or I will do the male variant instead. Whichever you all prefer, tell me in the comments. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Peace, my friend.